Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures, D-Day 0900 hours, Turn 18, Part 5. Here on Omaha Beach, 916th Grenadiers. First platoon and second platoon defending as best they can against the U.S.'s superior firepower. It's inevitable they will lose, the Germans will lose, but they're going to take out as many enemy soldiers and armor as they can. Attacking Omaha Beach, the 116th Infantry Company A, 1st Platoon, has breached the first barbed wire. Preparing to move up the draw. 2nd Rangers, Company C, 1st and 2nd Platoon. Pushing forward. Seven 43rd Tank Battalion, Company A, 1st, 2nd Platoon. The M4 with the dozer blade on the front has pushed through the beach obstacles, and the M4, the Sherman Crocodile flamethrower tank, has knocked out the Pac 40 bunker, destroyed the Pac 40, and working on making a path up the draw. For the in-depth details, casualties, objectives, who holds the objectives, gotta go back and watch the introduction video for this turn. Over in the hedgerows, the 506th PIR. Battling in the hedgerows. The green D6s represent grenades held by the U.S. forces, and the brown D6s represent grenades held by the Germans. You'll notice these dead Germans still have 3 grenades on their bodies, so that either side can pick up the grenades and use them. Following along the 506th battle line. They're facing off against a platoon from the 6th Fallschirmjäger, a platoon from 100th Panzer. There's a light half-track with a light AT gun. Sergeant Gerald's half-track's been knocked out earlier in this turn. And the 1st Lieutenant platoon leader, 1st Lieutenant Eulander, just knocked out the M8 Greyhound scout car, Sergeant Travis. Also, the 1058th Grenadiers, the survivors, are still battling against the 506th. This flank here, the Germans' right flank, and the 506th left flank is all the way open now. Closest defenders, I suppose, would be in the 1058 Grenadier headquarters, the farm complex. There's an LMG team in the attic here. Some reinforcements moving forward from the flamethrower team, and also soldiers from 3rd section of the 6th Fallschirmjäger. The river lock is an objective here, and both bridges leading into Carentan. The river lock is open and has been the entire battle, and it's flooding these green fields. Infantry advance, no run, and no vehicles. Hedgerows block line of sight, except for hedgerows along walls, and those are low hedgerows. Still a lot of action to get to. Carringtons and 6 Fallschirmjäger hands. This large battlefield's a 12 by 5, and Omaha Beach battlefield is a 7 by 5. It's the largest tabletop battle I've ever created so far. If only I had more space. And yeah, gotta get into the action now. We'll be beginning tonight's battle with a U.S. dice. 2nd Rangers, 1st Platoon, 2nd Squad, Assistant Leader, and 2 Riflemen with him. They're going to receive an advance order. Advance on the sand is 5 inches, and they have to take a landmine check. Also, the Sergeant, Assistant Squad Leader, is going to order the LMG team to advance also from 2nd Squad next to them. So first, landmine check, 10 and under. First dice, they fail. Then we'll have to roll on the landmine chart. On a 1, they step on a 2-inch HE landmine, and on a 2 up, then they go down and take D3 pins. Go down and take 1 pin. DDay receives a fire order. Before these 116th Infantry 2nd Squad soldiers can cut a 2nd breach through the 1st barbed wire, we're going to go ahead and infantry, or should I? It's maybe a juicier target here. But I think here's only on a 3. Yeah, but this is potential to kill 5 guys. Okay, yeah, right here. We're going to aim for the MMG team with the wounded soldier. Ooh, they haven't gone. They have not received an order dice yet. That's okay. We'll still. So I think the MMG is going to go down. So this is going to be hitting on a 4 for long range. It's just out of 40. It's like 44 inches. So they'll need a 4 to hit. So it's going to hit the platoon guide for the 116th Infantry and his messenger. It's going to hit the 116th medic and all 3 soldiers, including the wounded soldier, for the MMG team. And I run the super heavy AT as a 4-inch HE. They're going to take D6 pins. And that's for each of those 3 units. And then it's 6 hits against the 6 soldiers. And they'll be dying on anything but a 1. All right, 3 survivors. 3 dead. One of the MMG soldiers is killed. The medic is killed. And the platoon guide's messenger is killed. Platoon guide is still alive in 2 of the MMG soldiers. And we need to take a morale check for the platoon guide. And he provides a +2 morale. The platoon leader for the 116th is right here also. So his 4 pins will not have an effect. So morale check 10 and under. Passes. So he'll hold his position where he's at. Heavy. Oh wait, they went down, right? MMG team, so they would have only taken half the number of hits, which would have been 2. Well, they still made out really well with only half those men killed, so we'll let it stand as it is. The best we could do would be like re-roll 1 dice and see if it would be a kill. There we go. So it's a kill. Second Rangers, first platoon, second squad, assistant leader, and 1 BAR soldier. They receive an advance order. We'll take our landmine check, 10 and under. They're good. They have 4 shots with this SMG and the BAR. They'll be able to fire through this gap, and they're going to put fire on the 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon, 1st Section. So 3 soldiers with assault rifles in the bunker. And they will have to get 7s, though, because they're inside that bunker. So 4 shots looking for 7s. The assistant 2nd squad leader, being a sergeant, he'll be able to give 1 order dice. He's going to order his 2nd squad LMG team to advance forward. They'll have to take that landmine check. They're good. 4 shots. They're going to target this soldier from 916th, 2nd Platoon, 3rd Section leader. Going to be movement 4, single man 5, hard cover, so 7s. One possible. Miss. 2nd Rangers, 1st Platoon commander, 1st Lieutenant, and his radio operator. They have 3 pin markers. They're going to receive an advance order and going to go and try to save their 1st squad soldier. He's going to need to pass this orders test, -3, except he's a lieutenant. And also there's platoon sergeant and company 1st sergeants nearby. So they'll be testing it at 10 and under. They're good. They'll be down to 2 pins. Just have to pass the landmine check, 10 and under. Our radio operator is going to try to save the wounded soldier, needing a roll of a 6. Now the 1st lieutenant will try on a roll of a 5 up. If there was another soldier nearby that could reach him this turn, the wounded soldier that is, he'd be able to save him on 4. And the bad news is they're going to be right in the line of sight of this 916th 2nd Platoon MMG team in the bunker. The lieutenant is within 6 inches to the 1st Platoon, 1st Squad leader. Center screen. He'll receive an advance order, and he's going to work his way to the right to the wounded soldier center screen. Landmine check, 10 and under. Sergeant's going to need a roll of a 6 to save this wounded soldier. Nice. That was the 1st Platoon, 1st Squad assistant leader. And I moved his and the BAR soldier next to him. They were attached to the same squad. So now I've showed a down order. The 1st squad leader who just made the save, he's also able to give out an order dice. He's going to give an order over here to 1st Platoon, 2nd Squad leader. And there's 1 soldier with him with a rifle. And they're going to receive an advance order. The 2nd Squad leader and his soldier, they've got 2 pins. They'll need to take an orders test. They've got enough sergeants nearby, and that they'll be testing it at 10 and under. They're good. Down to 1 pin. They've got an SMG and a rifle. They also have line of sight up here to the same 9/16 2nd Platoon, 1st Section, 3 soldiers with assault rifles. So they'll need 7s, but they're gonna see what they can do. One possible. Aim to 6. Nice. They put a pin on them, and then the NCO of the 9/16th 1st Section will only be able to be killed on 6 and wounded on 5. The 2 other soldiers, regulars, will die on 5s and 6s, wounded on 4s. Nice. Soldiers have 2 pin markers. And let's find out how many turns till this German bleeds out. 6 turns. Just a flesh wound. The 2nd squad leader, being an NCO, is also going to give out an order to the 1st platoon, 2nd squad bazooka team. And they have 2 pin markers, but with all of the NCOs nearby, they'll test it at 10 and under, and for an advance order, moving straight forward, next to the 2nd squad leader. Oh boy. Oh geez. If that's within 12 inches of the enemy, the Germans could have him target the trailer, full of the flaming liquid hellfire. Yikes. Alright, we're rolling on the FUBAR chart. FUBAR chart. Oh wait, this was a landmine check. Oh no, that was the orders test. Oh yikes, too bad he hadn't passed that and that was the landmine check. Then he'd just blow up possibly. Alright, FUBAR check. Or FUBAR chart. Oh. Oh shoot. Well, obviously the flame. We're gonna shoot the flame tank. All right, so they receive a fire order, and they're gonna target the tank. Yeah. All right, so he's gonna be hitting on a 2. He's within 6 inches of the M4, the crocodile flamethrower tank, but then he has 2 pin markers, so that's gonna make it, instead of a 2, it'll be on a 4. Oh. All right, needing a 4. Oh, he misses. It's going to be 1d6 and a scatter dice to see where. And I'm aiming for the trailer. So there's a chance it could still hit the tank on it, the scatter dice roll. All right. Ricochets. Okay, it looks like it might hit them. Might hit their own man. We're going to measure from the middle of the trailer. Earthquake. Definitely going to land right on top of the MMG loader or ammo carrier. It's just going to hit the one soldier. The unit's going to take D 3 pins, 2 pins, and he'll be dying on anything but a 1. He's killed. Could have been worse. Sherman Crocodile going to receive an advance order. And only can move 6 inches in advance because it's pulling the trailer. Still has to take a landmine check though. So here we go. 10 and under. pass. And the crocodile will have no target for this turn. But you want to be able to get that crocodile over here to knock out this 88. Second Rangers, second platoon, first squad leader. He's going to receive an advance order, and he's going to chase after that trailer full of flaming liquid. He'll need to pass a landmine check to advance. Looking for a 10 and under. Squad leader has the SMG 2 shots, and there's a rifleman with him. They're going to target the 916 3rd squad leader. It's going to be sevens. One possible. Miss. The second platoon, first squad leader. He is NCO. He's going to give out an order dice to these 4 soldiers from his squad. They have 2 pin markers. They'll need to pass an orders test. They're going to get an advance order and kind of head this way. There's more room to maneuver this way. And yeah, so orders test. There's enough sergeants nearby, including in this group there is a first squad assistant leader. So they'll be testing at a 10 and under. They're good. They're down to 1 pin marker. And now the landmine check. 10 and under. They're good. This time it does not get rid of the pin marker. This is the landmine check. And they don't have line of sight on any enemy soldiers. And if they do, they've got their other squad. Those that second squad soldiers right in front of them. So second platoon, first squad assistant leader on the far right. And there's 2 riflemen with him. They're going to receive an advance, so they're going to duck in between the trailer and the tank and head up here. And they'll need to pass a landmine check, 10 and under. SMG, assistant squad leader, 2 riflemen, 4 shots in total. They won't be able to fire on this man here, but they will be able to fire the 916th Grenadier 2nd Platoon Sergeant. He won't go down because they're going to need sevens. Misses. The first squad assistant leader give out an order to the first squad LMG team, and they're going to receive an advance. So they're just going to advance, wait until next turn to move past the trailer. They'll need to take a landmine check, 10 and under. Jeez. Landmine check though. So they will mix up my order, test landmine checks. So they're going to roll the landmine chart. On a 1, they step on a 2-inch HE landmine and take damage. On a 2 up, they get D3 pins and go down. D3 pins. There's 1. Second Rangers, second platoon, second squad MMG team that took the bazooka round, KIA. They're going to receive a fire order, and they're going to be first taking an orders test, and they have 2 pins, but let's see if they have anybody nearby. Yeah, we've got 1 sergeant nearby here. Here we go, platoon commander for second platoon. first lieutenant, so they're good. They're going to be testing at a 10 and under. They're good. And they'll have, so let's see, 3s, 1 pin, so 4s. And their target is the 916th 2nd Platoon Sergeant. And it's going to be on 7s. Long range 4s, pin marker 5s, single man 6s, definitely 7s. 5 shots. 916th, 2nd Platoon, 3rd Squad, 3rd Section Leader. He has 1 pin marker. He receives a fire order. He's going to target 2nd Rangers, 2nd Platoon, 1st Squad, Assistant Leader, and 2 Riflemen. Here comes that orders test at a 10 and under. Passes. He'll be hitting on 3s. And probably from his angle, there would be some cover provided because of how close 2 of the 3 soldiers are. So we're going to give him a hard cover. He's under 12 inches away. So we're going to give him a hard cover. So it'll be 3s and then hard cover 5s. 2 shots with his SMG. Misses. Alright, 2nd Platoon Sergeant receives a fire order. He's going to target the 1st Platoon, the Rangers 1st Platoon, 2nd Squad LNG team. Center screen. He's going to need 4s for long range and 6s for beyond range. Misses. (916th) Grenadiers 1st Platoon, 2nd Section Assistant Leader, and 2 soldiers with him. They receive an advance order. They're going to move up and support the 3rd Section Leader of 2nd Platoon. Got 2 SMGs. I don't think they have any other. Yeah, there's some kind of a mine there. I gotta look that up. See, I think some kind of a mine. But, anyways, we've got 5 shots in total. 2 SMGs and 1 rifle. And I think they're gonna. Best target they're gonna have is probably these same soldiers here. So we'll be hitting on 3s. It's going to be 7s actually, despite how close they are with the high tide sand ridge here. So needing 7s. 1 possible. Yes. A measured. Actually, soldier is within, even with the hard cover. Be 3s. They're within 12 inches, so it'll be 3s, long range 4s, and then hard cover 6s. So it is 1 hit. They'll take a pin marker. And these soldiers are all regular, so they'll be wounded on a 4, dying on a 5 or a 6. Just the 1 pin. 2nd Ranger, 2nd Platoon, 2nd Squad Assistant Leader, 2 Riflemen. They receive an advance order. They'll take a landmine check, 10 and under. 3 rifles. They're gonna just take some shots at that bunker. The MMG team on the bunker is actually in the bunker, so they'll be needing 7s. 1 possible. Nice. They'll take a pin. These soldiers will be wounded on a 4 and dying on 5s or 6s. Oh, nice. That's the 2nd soldier down. So now it's going to be operating at a -1 for down to just the gunner. Nice shooting, Rangers. Down to 1 soldier. They'll have to take a morale check. And there's no officers or NCOs nearby to support him, so he's going to be testing at a 9 and under. Alright, 9 and under. He's good. But he will be firing at a -1 from now on. It's just such a good line of sight. This German's right flank is down to just 2 defenders, and then anti-tank rifle grenade launcher team in here. But that's it. 4 total soldiers on the right flank for the defenders, and then here in the center is only 4 soldiers on their feet, 2 wounded bodies filling the trench. But both of these bunkers are still strong here, and the U.S. forces have to get up the road here to end or wipe out all defenders, which is really not too far away. The left flank's still pretty strong for the Germans, but it's just a little bit longer. They'll finish off the defenders. The U.S. forces are going to take the beach. 506 needs the reinforcements. 506 has got to get to these bridges and knock them out before turn 24, or at least before the tanks that arrive turn 24 from was one company of armor from the Panzer Lehr Division. And they'll be arriving on this far side of Carrington, turn 24. So if the paratroopers can blow these bridges up, those tanks will be stuck here in Carrington until some kind of a pontoon bridge can be put up. A lot of action still. I'm gonna wrap it up for the night and be back in about 3 nights to continue the battle. It'll be US dice. See you next time. Thanks for watching.